I can never like train spotting anyway. And obviously, he made the comments, Cammy, because of the challenge from Alfredo Morelos. Now, we did go into this quite in depth last night on the live reaction. Should have been a red card. Obviously, I don't think any of us three are going to argue that that wasn't a red card. It was a stamp, and I have no doubt that the compliance officer will get involved.
I think that.
Or am I wrong?
Well, she's apparently left her post, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's anybody actually in situ that can actually do the sighting, but we'll soon find out. Morelos, it's silly, it's petulant. The referee's looking straight at it. He's obviously thought that it's just a sort of coming together. I think if he watches it back, his decision might be different, but it's classic Alfredo. We talk about Irvine Welsh. You just don't know what you're going to get from game to game, and it's just we got away with one, and it was written in the stars that he was going to score the winning goal.
Aye, and Scott, though this has been the recurring theme since Alfie came to Rangers, I think maybe at first, I think a few of the decisions that went against him were a bit unfair, but this petulant side of him, he's never seemed to get rid of it, even though I think there was a time, when he went something like 5 or 6 months without getting a red card. But, I mean, just say for talking's sake, we're not 23 points clear, and he gets sent off for that last night, which has happened in the past, and it's affected the team. I think there's every opportunity now, and maybe I'm wrong, you tell me if I'm wrong, Scott, but I think now the message will probably be for the manager, I need to get rid of him.
I think so as well. Listen, Steven Gerrard's done everything to protect Alfredo Morelos. I think he's actually tried both sides. He's tried to protect him at times. There's also a couple of times he's had a wee pop. This season in particular, he has been really protective. Even last night, he obviously didn't get drawn into anything after the game. I think that's because he knows he needs them for this season. Rangers are so close now to getting this title. He's coming up with big goals at Pittodrie and Easter Road. So at the moment, certainly publicly, Steven Gerrard, I think, is willing to can I give him a bit of leeway. But I think you're right. It's happened too often now with Morelos, and I don't think you will ever get rid of that petulant side. I mean, you mentioned the spell he had without a red card. I think that coincided with a spell where he wasn't scoring goals. So whether there's a correlation between the two, I'm not so sure. Everybody says if you try and take that element out of those type of players, then you lose a wee bit. And I think there is a bit of that with Morelos, but deep down, as I say, I think you're right. I think come the end of the season, Gerrard will, don't want to say will have had enough, because I've asked Gerrard about Morelos enough, and he does like him. He cares about him. He thinks he's a good player. As I say, he's tried to protect him, but ultimately, you're right. He's cost Rangers in the past with moments like that, and if the title race was a lot tighter, then something like last night, if he'd have got a red card, then could have been really, really costly again. And I think I said to a few people last night, when you look at Itten coming on and Roof coming on, to me, they're the future of Rangers now up front for the next couple of years. Obviously, if Morelos goes, they would need to go and add and bring another striker in. But those two in particular, I think Gerrard already knows that he can pretty much trust them. They can do a job and they can get goals.
I know, Cammy, I said get rid of him there. That was a wee bit harsh because, look, he's been fantastic for the football club since he's come in when he hasn't been sent off. But do you kind of go along with what Scott says that, look, the end of this season, we should be looking to move him on?
I just think it's, listen, I would love nothing more than Alfredo to stay, but he's obviously, he wants to play in a bigger league and wants to make as much money as he possibly can and that sort of thing. But I just hope that he gets the goals between now and the end of the season, fires us to the title and hopefully the Scottish Cup. I think that'll be a good way for him to go. I mean, he'll be remembered fondly by the Rangers fans because he's gave us some unbelievable moments. I just hope he breaks the old firm hoodoo in the last couple of games that that we've got, you know, because he deserves to get that monkey off his back, so to speak, you know. But I mean, I love Alfredo, but I think Scott's bang on. I think Itten this season he's not had the pressure because he's just been getting a game here and 20 minutes there. I think he'll be better for it next season because he'll have that 12 months of sort of acclimatising himself to Scottish football, and Roof's just a class act.
I know. I kind of have to agree with you, Scott. I've got a funny feeling about it. I think Itten could actually go on and be a better player than what Alf is, because I think he's got more of his game. He's obviously still raw, he's still young, but I think he could be the future of Rangers.
I think you can see an improvement in Itten already, just from working with Gerrard and Beale. They've obviously been careful with him. No, they're working with him on the training ground, trying to improve him. He is a young player, inexperienced, but I think already, even in the wee cameos coming off the bench, you can see improvement in him. And as I say, even he was only on 10-15 minutes last night, but just the way he held the ball up, you know, he got into channels, he won free kicks, he was clever. You know what I mean? Things that actually Morelos, you know, you want to see Morelos doing more of, and he's been here, you know, 3 years. So I think they see it as a kind of work in progress. But I tend to agree with you. I mean, I think at the start of next season, for instance, if you just gave it a run of 10-15 games in the Premiership, he would get you goals. No, with the chances that Rangers make, he would definitely get you goals. And as I say, I think him and Roof look really good. No, they've come in. It has taken them a wee bit of time, as it does with every player. Roof's had a couple of wee injuries as well. But I think they are definitely the future for Rangers in the next couple of years.
No, definitely. And Cammy, just to kind of finish up on last night's game, just in general, you know, I missed the first half because I was working and I seen the second half. And as I was watching the second half, every time we went to Easter Road, whether it be, you know, pre-2012 or now, I've never felt comfortable watching a Rangers team up there. It's always been a difficult game, but I had a kind of a different feeling watching that game last night. The best way I can describe it is I was calm.
I mean, to be honest, I think the team are getting better game by game, and how to handle their game management's far better than it's been in the past, when we've ended up with a draw or a defeat, lost goals late on. 1-0 last night, we were well in control. The defence was solid. Big Hollander was quality. Davis, Jack, Kamara, middle of the park, solid. Hibs didn't play badly, but I just think we suffocated them, and we were quite easy, quite comfortable winners in the end, even though it was only 1-0.